Imagine transforming your weathered deck into a year-round oasis, or finally fixing that leaky roof before the next nor'easter hits. That's the kind of real talk we're bringing to homeowners in Massachusetts and beyond. Welcome to the PLJ podcast, where craftsmanship meets innovation. I'm your host, Melissa. Welcome back to the PLJ podcast, my friends. Today's episode is going to be a good one. If you've been dreaming about having that summer house on the Cape, you're going to want to tune in. I'm so excited to welcome one of PLJ's own. He's our sales executive and an exterior home builder, Rob Dunphy.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on the show. I know that you're a very busy guy. We had to schedule this at 7:30 in the morning, and me and Mella were like, whoa.
Yeah.
But you guys start early, and you stay busy all day long. You're honestly like hard. A lot of you are hard to get a hold of.
Yes.
It's like, wow. It's impressive that everyone's so busy. And
very fortunate, yes.
Yeah. So I wanted to start out with you giving us a little background about yourself and your professional trajectory, from how you got started in the construction carpentry business and what led you to PLJ.
Yeah, my father was a home builder growing up through my whole life. So it was like a family-run business. So I'd work in the field, started cleaning jobs, to helping the framers out, to building decks, to interior trim, to hardwood flooring installs.
Wow.
So I've tried a little bit of everything throughout the years.
Yeah.
And learned as I went.
Yeah.
Kind of self-taught.
Yeah. My dad's a carpenter, and one thing that he doesn't go near is electric stuff.
I get shocked a couple times, and that was enough.
I'm sure you can do anything, plumbing, cars, like all of that stuff kind of, I feel like comes with that kind of like...
kind of hands-on.
Yeah, that mind and knowing how to work things.
Yep.
So you are from Hingham.
Yes, I grew up in Hingham, went to high school there.
Awesome. Paulo told me that you had a really cool story about college. He wanted me to ask you about your college experience. Can you tell us about that?
I just went for a year to Dean Jr. in Franklin, Mass.
Okay.
And then I left that and got more involved in the building business with my father.
Okay.
And that's how it kind of started.
Yeah, you were just like, okay, I learned this, but now I know I need to go this way.
Exactly, yeah.
And what did you do for the year there?
Just business marketing.
Oh, business marketing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just the 1 year, and then I decided to go back to building.
Yeah. Well, I, was always taught that these skills are so important to have, and in the digital age,
True.
It's pretty soon it might be more important to have these skills. And who doesn't want to know how to build their own little tiny cabin,
Exactly. Yeah. The trade's good to have.
Yes.
In any aspect.
Yes, totally.
Yes.
So I also learned that you had a summer house on the Cape growing up. Is that true?
Yes, on Bass River here. My father built our first summer house when I was 12, so roughly 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys still have it?
And we don't, but I'm still involved in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I have 3 close friends that I met growing up in the neighborhood that I still talk to today.
Nice.
And my cousin still have a house over there.
Okay.
In the same neighborhood on Bass River.
Nice.
So I'm still familiar with the area. Still have connections over there. It's nice.
You guys still get together?
Yes. Yep. Boating, cookouts.
Cool.
Whatever happens.
And what did you love most about going down there as a kid?
Growing up on the water, because our house was on the water. Learning how to drive boats, water ski, jet ski.
Yeah.
Really tight neighborhood. Used to play kick the can.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a good group of people that I'm still in contact with to this day, 40 years later.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and they were just summer friends that turned into lifelong friends.
Like that. Yeah, it sounds like it could be a little movie script.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask if you so your dad was in the industry. What were some things that he taught you, or what did you, he built the house. So did you get to help him out or watch him? Was that something exciting for you?
Yeah, he wasn't the actual hands-on. He was the business aspect.
Okay.
We subbed everything out. But I learned how to, every phase of construction,
Yeah.
from clearing the lot to digging the foundation to putting the foundation in to framing, all the electrical, plumbing, insulation,
Wow.
doors, windows, roofs. Yeah, so it was pretty cool to watch them go up. And then as we grew, we started doing full developments, like 20 houses at a time.
Wow.
And that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that here on the Cape, Massachusetts,
Yeah, all around
New England?
the Mid-Cape area, Yarmouth, Harwich, Chatham. We did a lot of building
Nice.
through the 90s and 2000.
So many people dream about having a summer house on the Cape.
Yes.
So what is some advice that you would give if someone wanted to purchase or build, and how would they need to upkeep their home, since we're all about, exterior remodeling and upkeeping houses on the South Shore, or on the shore in general?
Yeah, looking for a house, I would say, check the outside, integrity, the structure, the windows, the siding to see, how good a shape that's in. Mm-hmm. And the good mold of it, it's not failing.
Yeah.
Because the new energy codes are a little tougher these days. So.
How do you feel about those? Because I have oil. I have the big tank.
Yeah, I had that when I lived in Hingham.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now today they're trying to push everyone to electricity.
I know. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it. My girlfriend has an electric car, so
Oh,
it's
yeah,
kind of
that's
cool.
right. She has.
We just had one of the EV chargers put at the house.
Okay. I heard that if it starts on fire, that home insurance doesn't cover it.
Oh,
Is
I didn't know
that
that.
true?
I didn't know that.
I heard that from someone. So
That's not good.
yeah, but I've also I pay attention because my EverSource bill every month, and I think I pay every 6 months like $750 to fill up my oil tank for heat.
Yes.
Which really isn't that bad.
No.
It's just I'm trying to understand how prices keep going up, but we're just, as we progress, we're getting more green and energy efficient.
I know,
But
yes.
sometimes prices, it's like,
Yeah, electricity's not cheap.
no, it's not. It's just kind of I don't know. I'm
Yeah, I have
puzzled
both
by
gas
that.
and electric at my house now.
Nice.
Not full electric, but
Yeah, I haven't gone full electric
Yeah.
either. I kind of want an older car. 'Cause
exactly. Sure.
I just don't, and I think it's just growing up with, learning that you need to know how to change your tire. And I changed my own oil once, and
Yeah.
once was all I would ever need,
Yeah.
because it's not easy.
No, you get that stuff on your hands, it's not easy to get off.
No. But yeah, just,
Sure.
I like the old school stuff, I
Yeah,
guess.
me as well.
What kind of tips would you give if someone just got a house on the Cape, or upkeeping their summer home?
Let me see. To upkeep it, I would, find a good qualified contractor if you're going to have some work done. Mm-hmm. Because, everything fluctuates with the price. Like for us, we go out to an appointment, and usually the people are getting 3 to 5 estimates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the simple of siding or roofing. It's very competitive out there. Just make sure you hire the right contractor that's licensed, insured.
Yes.
Maybe get a referral of other work they've done in the past, just to see the quality.
Yeah. I think being able to see a portfolio is important.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone I know made that mistake.
Yeah,
And
I've taken on a couple jobs that builders didn't fulfill the promise to the homeowner.
Yeah, and then the other
we had to
guys,
step in and fix it.
Yeah.
Which ends up costing the homeowner more in the end.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes double.
Yeah, it's like this person told us they were an expert at flooring.
Yes.
And they were not.
No.
I got leveler at Home Depot because I knew we needed it after we tore up. There's the plywood underneath.
Yeah.
And he's like, we don't need that. I'm like,
we'll just cover it up. No one will see it.
With our ceramic tiles.
Yes.
And then it's coming up. And
Sure.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, finding and learning a little bit about the background, which I think that I've been out in the field with you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you guys have been in the industry so long. So you're really wanting to take care of the customers and making sure that they know all of the options and
Exactly.
materials and the background and like Harvey's windows.
Try to tell them the process, how it's going to go down.
Yeah. So, what are some like trends as far as materials or design that you see right now? The other day you were talking about a house on the water. I don't know if it was a deck, but there was some permit you were needing to get for it. And I thought you had mentioned that maybe that was kind of like, was it a deck you were building?
Usually on decks, like we have to get permits for the footings.
Yes.
Yeah, we either use a sonotube or a diamond pier, depending on, the application, call it.
And depending on if there's like pipes down there, or like water or stuff
Yeah, we have a dig
going
safe
on.
as well.
Okay, what is that?
They just mark out the utilities and what's underground so we don't hit it when we're digging for the sonotubes.
Yeah.
Because we have to go 4 feet down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's irrigation lines or electrical line.
Yeah, irrigation lines.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Exactly, yeah. They're kind of common to hit.
Yeah.
If they're not marked.
Yeah.
If we're extending a deck, length of width.
Yeah, it happened
It's always
to
nice
this,
to have it marked out.
Yeah, it happened to this guy getting in like an outdoor shower and just unexpected thing, but easy.
It's an easy fix.
Easy fix. Yeah. What other like trends or fads do you see happening on the Cape with summer houses, or maybe it's the type of like PVC, the decking boards?
Yeah, a lot more people are using PVC. The decking boards as well as the railings to make it maintenance free, because noticed a lot of decks we go to, the people like, I just painted this 3 to 5 years ago and I'm sick of doing it every year. So remove the old stuff, put some nice composite down with some PVC railings or composite railings. So it's becoming more affordable too. Back in the day it was really expensive, but there's a lot more options out there today.
Yeah. What would you say to someone if they were like, no, I just want a wooden deck the old fashioned way?
Yeah. Well, I've had that. I just explained to them that the nailing fasteners is done from the top rather than the hidden fastener we do on the side with the composite, which is a cleaner look. You get splinters pressure treated, and it really dries out. And then you got maintenance every couple of years.
Yeah.
If you want to stain it or paint it.
Yeah. What's your favorite trend, or maybe it's a material today that wasn't around when you started?
The composite decking boards.
Yeah.
They just look nice.
They do.
You can get a mahogany color, you can get a gray color, you can get a darker color, a tan.
Yeah.
And then you could, match the railings to it, or you can get a drink rail for the top to match the deck and do a white rail.
I love the drink rails.
Yeah, the drink rails are very popular.
And can you explain it? When Alan told me, I'm like, drink rail? He's like, yeah, you do that. I'm like, oh, I didn't even.
It's the decking board, which is 5.5 inches wide, that we put on top of the railing where the posts are. Instead of having the posts come up, it runs straight across.
Yeah.
So it gives you a nice flat 5.5 inch surface to rest a drink on, or whatever you want to do, rather than the conventional or like a half round. So you can't really balance it on there.
Yeah, and they call it a drink
rail. Yes. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's nice if you're on the water too.
Totally.
Yeah.
What would you say separates a good carpenter from a great carpenter?
I would say if the quality of their work and if they're very conscious about it. Like, some guys can just, can come in and do it, but it's nice to be proud of what, how they built it.
Yes. Yeah.
The whole process, it's not just in and out.
Yeah. I've talked to a couple guys about that, how not only do customers say it, but like I read in the reviews too, that everyone has a positive attitude.
Yes.
And they don't, like a lot of other workers, they take a 30-minute lunch break, then they're back on the job. Like,
yes.
They work hard.
Our guys work very hard. I got a very good compliment yesterday. I went to pick up a final deposit payment at the end of the job. And the homeowner's like, Rob, you got to come in. Look at the beautiful job they did. Very nice guys, very well spoken. They were polite. And then we had added like a step off the back of their deck. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at, the quality, the cuts, all the 45s. And it was, very good. Yeah, no complaints. The the homeowners couldn't have been any happier with our quality.
Yeah.
And the cleanliness too, the cleanup.
Yes.
The whole once you start the demo, you make a mess. Mm-hmm. But they were very thorough cleaning up. The workmanship was great. So it was nice to hear.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to build or design for a customer?
I would say decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like a deck design so we can give them a visual before we actually build it. With even down to the color of the decking boards, the color of the railings.
I know, it's
the height
so
of it.
Fun. It's so fun.
We can move the stairs around.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that visual, and then they get excited about the dream that's finally coming true.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been dreaming for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah.
And what kind of drink would you put on your drink rail? What's your go-to?
High noon.
High noon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I like the high noon. In the can, simple. Just
yeah. Classy and modern.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's your favorite thing to do on the water? I'm from the Midwest, so like the ocean scares me, and I don't like to let my dogs go in there. I'm always afraid of shark,
Yeah,
which I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like people out here aren't as scared of
Yeah.
that, but I'm like,
I don't think I jump in the ocean halfway to Nantucket, but
yeah,
Bass River where we hang out at Boaters Beach is pretty cool.
yeah,
So that but yeah, we do a lot of boating from Yarmouth to Hyannis to the Vineyard to Nantucket. My cousins and friends have boats. I don't have one presently right now.
yeah.
So yeah, we do a lot of boating.
Boating and
Yeah.
did you say you did water skiing too?
When I was a kid,
Yeah,
not so much now.
That's a hard sport.
Yeah, it's fun, but when you fall, you feel it.
Yeah. And then just to wrap it up, what other tips or recommendations do you have for customers on the Cape? Because I feel like, it's such a destination spot. And, I even read that there's a certain shade of white that attracts more dust or dirt. You know what I mean? So any tips or recommendations that you can give our listeners?
For someone buying a home or
Upkeeping or buying a home on the Cape?
yeah, like I said, just hire a good maintenance company or a company like us to handle any of your exterior work.
Yeah.
Just to keep up with it, if it's wood or composite, either way.
Yeah.
If you want to have it painted, because with the salt air down here, it breaks down a lot of stuff.
Yeah, my neighbor she's got the shingles, the wood shingles.
Wood shingles,
but it's
yes.
checkerboard, and it bothers me. I'm like, just paint over it.
Yeah,
already.
they fade different in different areas, because of the sun exposure
and the wind. I feel like I don't know.
The wind's always a lot down here.
Yeah.
We've been selling. I've been selling a lot more of like a composite cedar impression shingle, which is a plastic based.
Yeah.
But from the driveway, if you were looking at the house, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
And it's a great product.
And
you can pick your color.
You can pick light, medium, dark.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then when you install it, do you recommend mixing them just so it has that?
Yeah. So you got that mixture. Yeah. Exactly.
And it looks totally natural.
Natural. Yep.
Yeah.
And it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Stainless nailing.
Yep.
It's nice. Yeah.
Easy to maintain.
Easy to maintain.
Doesn't
You
attract
rinse it off with a hose.
woodpeckers.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So.
Yeah, woodpeckers are a lot down here too. We see a lot of holes in houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going up to Hull today.
Hull today, yes.
Is
To
so
look at
beautiful.
windows and doors.
Windows
for
and doors.
Customer, yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for taking
Thank
time
you very
out
much.
of your
Yeah.
busy day.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll have Rob back on again soon.
Yes,
So
that'd be great.
awesome.
Thank you again.
Thank you.